artificial intelligence, also known as AI. Now, artificial intelligence is what you would say a computer having the same brain as a human body does, and artificial intelligence is just basically the how AI, how a robot mimics the brain function of a human brain to achieve goals. Now, artificial intelligence can be divided into two parts, like machine learning and deep learning. Now, machine learning is what you say when you give an AI a command, it performs a function by doing some algorithm thinking, perceptioning, which comes in the common programming of something AI. Uh, it's just as how the human brain processes data. Yes, machines can think, machines can do reasoning, learning, problem solving, and perception. They can do that because when you give it a command to an AI, it will have some choices. But if you don't give the AI some, if you give the AI some specific commands, it will perform some specific tasks. This is just a slide showing that a machine can distinguish between rock, paper, and scissors. Now, deep learning is when an AI mimics the human brain in processing data, such as when a human baby is born in its childhood, it is processing most of the time, learning from the environment. Now, this type of learning is very kind of deep, I'd say, because the AI is just learning from the environment. He is processing and trying to process all the data he can take. As already said, the history of AI. Well, I am not discussing this topic. My fellow group members are doing this. AI today. Yes. Why do we even need artificial intelligence? Because AI doesn't have emotions, personal desires, wishes, personal needs. I mean, we humans, we need food, we need sleep, we need 8 hours, 10 hours sleep, we have our emotions. When we feel like working, we don't feel like working. We have personal desires, we work because we need to get money or something like that. But the AI, a computer, doesn't need such stuff. Whenever you will give it a command, it will perform the task without any kind of emotions or desires or anything like that. And the second reason why we need artificial intelligence is the accuracy in data. You see, we humans cannot process all the, we cannot, store all the bank knowledge, all the bank accounts in papers. That would make a lot of mess. When somebody would say, I when somebody would have like 10K in his account and he would say I have 1 million, because the papers are like 10K papers, then you have to search everything. You cannot do that. That's why we need AI. Now you need AI for biometrics. Biometrics, I mean, there are 7 billion people on the earth. Without AI, it would be impossible to keep track of all in papers. Imagine somebody dies or somebody there's a criminal report and you cannot distinguish or recognize anybody who has done a crime, but you only have cameras, so you'll have to search through a million papers for that biometric of that guy. Cyber defense, yes, we need cyber AI for cyber defense too. Marketing automation, yes, we humans cannot process or count numbers on our fingers. We need AI for that. Visual agents, Amazon Alexa, we all know what they are. AI is likely to be the best or worst thing to happen to humanity, Stephen Hawking's. Well, he is right. uh, because the way I see it, AI is just advancing in every field. It is just advancing to humans. Applications of AI: expert systems, natural language processing, speech recognition, computer vision, robotics, automatic programming. applications. Yes, I have already told you that AI would be and is the best option. We humans cannot process loads of data, loads of amount in our fingers and our papers. Well, the soul of gaming is AI. Without AI, I don't think there is kind of virtual gaming, because in the game we have choices. We have to make some choices to suffer some consequences later in the game. In the early days, gaming technology was not burden like it was. Uh, Gaming technology has earned like 8 millions more than the movie industry. But now AI technology has become vast and standard has decreased. For example, fear follows Sudoku, life after something. Now, robot is a mechanical or virtual artificial agent, uses an electromechanical machine that is guided by a computer program. Robot is just, I'd say, is just the same as a human, but you have some specific commands to it. A human can do anything what he wants, but a robot, no, he cannot do anything that he wants to do unless that AI is extremely advanced or the programming is extremely advanced, similar of a human. Robot may can be autonomous or semi-autonomous. Robot may convey a scene of intelligence or thoughts of its own. Yes, if the programming, if the developing is so much advanced that it is just copying the human, then the robot may also try to express its own thoughts. Medical in AI, yes, we need AI in MRI, CRG, everything. Basically, according to me, the future medicine, we will be treated every kind of disease in a holographic kind of a table or something. I think this is my end of presentation. This part I'm not discussing. Human intelligence. Yeah, as I've said, I have told you that human have emotion, desires, the physical, physiological conditions, biochemical and physiological conditions. But a human does not. I mean, not a computer does not have personal desires, wishes, or something, needs, advantages. It can help improve our ways of life. I have told you the advantages. Let's just go to the disadvantages. Advantages is just faster, better than a human, which is also comes in disadvantages, because uh, employment gets low. You see, when before the drone system we would have one pilot and one cameraman on a helicopter. But ever since the drone invention, both of them they lost their jobs, and we cannot make large amount of robots. We cannot make large amount of AI technology, because if you experience programs, there are not so many programmers, advanced programmers that can just make robots, one robot per day. No, it is slow and expensive. Um, Also, some people say that the AI will take over the world, and um, because we are programming it so advanced, we are just programming it nearly to the brain mimics of a human, that we fear that it will take over the human beings, and if it's in the wrong hands, wrong people's hand, it may cause terror. It may cause problems in the world, like in World War III or something like that. This is the end of my presentation. I hope you liked it. um, Allah Hafiz.